Hello everybody, it's Shenandoah Squishy Stitches, back for another stitch with me. For those of you who watched my last video, you know this is Onde by Melanie Delon and charted by Hade, or Heaven and Earth Designs. We are working on this project together. I only work on this project when I'm filming, so you get to see the whole thing if you watch everything. I've got you zoomed in super close so you can really see the stitches this time, and it's live, it's not pre-recorded. So this is where we're at. Last time the camera died rather suddenly, so this time we're just gonna go with it. And oops, what happened there? I went up in the same hole. That's what happened there. Oh, well, that might be a problem. We'll see if that continues to be an issue of the thing focusing on my hands and unfocusing. So far so good. So anyways, I'm working on this in a diagonal sort of stitching. So we stitch diagonally, which is my preferred method. I don't go row by row. I take a color and I work it through the whole diagonal and then move on. I sometimes park in the next row. These right here are waist threads, and yeah, that's how I work it. So how are you all? I hope everything's going well. I know sometimes they're not, but I always hope you're having a great day or a good time or whatever. For me, I'm kind of getting over a little bit of a cold, which is why I didn't get my regular floss tube up on Friday, which is what I had planned, but it will go up this Friday. Also partly because I was planning on doing, beginning of the year whip parade, but I can't find one of my pieces. I have no idea where I put it. So I've been looking for it off and on. I know what happened is for one of the trips we took, either to Mackinac or camping or to Chicago, I pulled out a bunch to decide what I was gonna do last minute, and it must have been one of them that I was debating between. I know I didn't take it with me on any of the trips, and I decided against it for whatever reason, and it got thrown somewhere. So now I gotta figure out where I might have thrown it. There's a couple places it could be in the basement, but right now I'm going through all the laundry baskets and all that. I'm not good at putting away laundry. I'm good at doing it. I'm good at keeping up on it. Unless I get sick or am super busy, just like everybody else. But I'm not good at putting it away, so it could easily be in a basket that's full of clean clothes. And then it could be just in a box somewhere, because I tend to do that. I have something going on, I need the place clean, anything clutter goes in a box, and the box goes to the basement, and now I have to go through all the boxes in the basement. That's great, isn't it? But I'll find it. It just probably won't be part of the whip parade because I don't know where it is. And it'll turn up. Like I said, I know I didn't take it with me, so it's in the house. I 100% know it's in the house. So I just have to find where in the house, if it's in a closet, if it's in a box, if it's just put in a drawer somewhere. Any of it's possible. I'm not the most organized person in the world. It's not something I ever learned how to do. I've been working on it for years and years and years, and I do have some rudimentary organizational skills, but they're rudimentary. It's a goal of mine at some point, is to get more organized, and so I don't have stuff laying everywhere and all over the place and willy-nilly. So I am working on it. I have started buying organizational containers. I bought a little cart to go next to my chair so the cross stitch doesn't just sit on the couch in a big pile. I can do the 2 or 3 projects that I'm actively working on and just have them in the cart ready to go, so I can just leaf through them, pick out which one I want to work on that day, and go. And that will be off the couch. My threads I just pull from a master set, so it's not like those have to be super organized. And then I've got stuff to organize under the sink. I started going through the fridge today. I told my husband to buy me a label maker. So it's gonna happen. And the label maker's partly for him, because I put stuff where I want them, and then he moves it. And then I get pissed off. And then it becomes a thing it doesn't need to be if I just labeled everything. So that'll probably be a purchase for when I'm off of my break from work, which I did get my return date, and it's end of February, which is pretty much what I expected. Lawn care service, end of February is when we're trying to get people to sign up for or pay for the whole year if they want, or let them know services are going to be starting soon. And then in March we begin doing the first spring services. So, you know, it's the right timing. I have to say I'm not 100% looking forward to it, because I like my time off. But at the same time, I miss my coworkers. They're really great people. We have a lot of fun. I know it's so cliche, but we're like a pretty close-knit family. We all have each other's back. There's no real drama, at least between the core group. Every now and then we get a new person brought in, and we are not mean to them. Don't even think that we're mean. There's no mean girl thing going on, and we're not all girls. It's just sometimes somebody doesn't mesh. Like last year we had one girl, she was just very high anxiety and entitled, and she drove us all a bit nuts, but we were still nice to her. It's just she drove us all a little nuts. But she left, and last I heard she had moved on to bigger and better things, so I'm happy for her. It's the thing is we work customer service, and customer service is not a good job if you can't deal with people verbally abusing you. I don't like to say that it's verbal abuse, but it 100% is. People call in, they're calling us, forgive my language, but this is exact quotes, dumb-ass pieces of shit, for whatever reason, threatening to call their lawyers, and all sorts of stuff. And, you know, it all comes down to they're upset about something, and they have a problem, and we need to fix it, which I get. But they can be they can attack the person they're on the phone with personally. And, you know, that is part of the job. I'm not complaining. It is part of the job. And we do get paid well for it. But it is not a job for everybody. And it wasn't a job for her. And that's okay. So, I'm perfectly fine with the, you know, like I've worked customer service basically my whole life. I could never find something I really wanted to do because, well, I'm a crafty person. I love cross stitch, I love crochet, I love making things. And yeah, there are some people who can make a go of that. But I'm not really so much of a designer, although I have thought about stepping into some design work. Not that I'm using this channel for that. It's just I did enjoy designing the stickers, and it's like, okay, well maybe I could do that for cross stitch. But the problem is I can't draw. I can't. I can draw a pretty decent stick figure. And if I have like a bowl of fruit in front of me, I can draw it okay. I'm not gonna say it's great, but it's definitely okay. Okay. Sorry, just making sure I'm in the right spot. I still haven't gotten that color I'm missing because I haven't been to Michael's. I need to go there, possibly tomorrow. I want to buy a new ort jar, and I want to buy a jar for my pens and styluses and highlighters. Because I bought one of those 3-tier carts, and it's going to go right next to my spot. And I want to zhuzh it up. I want to make it pretty. Don't want it just to be Clutter Island. I'm tired of Clutter Island. I've been living in Clutter Island my whole life. I want to live in semi-organized, comfortable island. I don't know. Everything's an island today. We're on Cross Stitch Island. Next up on Cross Stitch Island. Will she run out of thread or won't she? But where was I? I was talking about my job and how people can be mean. And not everybody can handle it. So that's, again, the truth. Let's see. Oh, this doesn't really affect me, but I'm very super happy about it. One of the people I trained, he won the company-wide contest for the best numbers, best resolution, all of that. So he won a trip to Mexico. And yeah, I'd like to go to Mexico, but my numbers, because I do a lot of training, aren't the best. Not that training makes you have bad numbers, but my calls take longer when I have a trainee because I'm trying to show them everything you're supposed to do. Like ask for their phone number, ask for their email address, make sure they pay their bill, blah blah blah. Steps that I can skip if the call's going a little long because they're not required, but they're encouraged. And with a trainee, you want to make sure you do all the encouraged stuff so that they pick up the good habits. It's something, God, it's something I heard at a seminar when I was trying to do the whole Amway thing when I was 19, because my brother told me it would be great and we'd be rich. And I was 19. But it stuck with me. People will do 10% of what you do right, but they will do 100% of what you do wrong. And so I always want to make sure I do as little wrong so that they do that extra. And I don't want to do things wrong so that they don't pick up on my bad habits. Because let's face it, where am I? I forgot to highlight that one last round. I think that's what that was. Because that doesn't add up. No, I just highlighted the wrong row. That's what's going on. Got lost in my pattern. I was so busy talking. But I want to make sure that I do as little bad habits as possible when I'm training so that they pick up on the good habits. And so my calls take longer and all of that. And I don't really think it's a point of customer service to ask for an email. And most people don't want to give it anyways. Although I do enjoy some of the emails that people choose. bj69@gmail.com. Why would you put that on your account? I mean, really. XXXDICK@hotmail.com. Why? Why are you putting this on your account? MILF89@blah blah blah.com. Because, I mean, you know, if you're running a sort of adult entertainment business, that's fine. You know, I'm not judging. But for something where it's on an account where you expect people to contact you, it might behoove you to have a regular one, johnkSmith@hotmail.com. You know? Sorry if I offended anybody named John K. Smith. I mean, people put those same naughty email addresses on their job applications. I've seen it. I know what happens. Back when I worked in a hiring manager. Never barred them from me contacting them because whatever, but at the same time it's like, really? Because, you know, that's super professional. But when I was doing hiring, it was for, like, a restaurant. And I was the regional training manager. So, you know, it's a restaurant. You're not gonna get all super professional people. You want them to be friendly, clean, polite, and show up and do their job. But if their email's not professional, it's not a big deal. I'm going down some rabbit holes, but that's okay. Gonna need a new thread soon. If you hear snoring, that's my dogs. They're noisy. They drive me nuts. But yeah. So organization and be nice. Be nice should be a philosophy for everybody all the time. I know I'm not always the nicest. That's something I need to work on personally. I know I seem all nice and sweet, but ooh, I can get mean. I'm not all sunshine and happiness. I just act that way. One of my friends has a way of phrasing it. She's like, I didn't like you at first. You were all sweet and happy and sunshine and nice and goody two-shoes. And then I got to know you and you're a real badass and you can be bitchy. Excuse the language, but it's true. And it's not bitchy as in I'm judging everybody. It's more of bitchy as in I'm not gonna... If you're annoying me, I'm gonna tell you. And I'm gonna tell you why. So what I'm doing is when I do a waist thread, I go out 15 so that I know for sure it gets caught in the next round, but not in the way. So like this one, this waist thread was from this section. And so after I'm done stitching everything, I'll cut that one off. These two are from over here. But hold on just a second. I've got to get my thought floss. It's across the room, so I'm going to pause it. Be right back. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that, everybody. So I got my thread. It's all next to me now. That was just a rookie mistake. I do apologize. So I'm just doing my tying in with my color, which is 820. Not that you need to know, but I like it. It's such a vibrant blue. And up here, and then down here. And I'm sure you can see how well you can see the colors now. Part of it's probably that I zoomed in much closer, but a lot of it's probably because I got an light. Yes, I did. I got an light with the big old magnifier, so I'm not looking like a granny with my little readers. And it's working really well. There's some shadows, but they're not as stark, I don't think. I didn't finish this one, so I'm going to do that real quick. Yeah, so the other day my husband's like, I know you've been wanting one for years, been working a lot of overtime, so you got $100, pick one out. So I did. Alright, so I did that row. Just making sure I have everything all sorted out in my mind. Because, you know, that's very important. So yeah, I picked one out. And I really like the quality of the light. I like the quality of the magnifier. But I got one that's a gooseneck magnifier. It's all in one. And it's... unless I have the dang thing sitting right in front of me, it's useless. Unless... well, I've figured out how to use it. I tip it. I brace it on something and I tip it. The gooseneck, only half of the gooseneck part actually bends. And they did that so it could be a table lamp or a regular lamp. I understand that, but makes it really only useful if you're going to get a table lamp. I mean, I have it. I'm not going to return it. But I wouldn't recommend it. I do recommend the quality of the light. I just don't recommend this particular model. This one's with the LEDs and the circle, which, you know, is good. LEDs are good. But the only problem with those is eventually they will burn out and you can't replace them. So I don't like that because it's not really sustainable. And I didn't think about that when I bought it. So next time I buy one, I will keep that in mind. It'll be many years. LEDs last for a heck of a long time. Ooh, I feel a sneeze coming on. Oh, excuse me. Whew. Oh, don't mean to be sniffing there, but ooh, that one was a strong one. Usually I sneeze in like 3, not just one. But I am getting over a cold, so I guess my sneeze is being strange isn't all that unusual. So yeah, I've just been stitching. I had such an issue with the frog this week, people. I pulled out a new pattern. Well, not new. I've had it for a couple years now. So I pulled it out with the fabric. I was like, this will be a great New Year, new start. Just dive on into this. It's an absolutely gorgeous piece of fabric. And I love the pattern. And I have frogged that thing like 5 times now. I can't count. I've gotten in such the habit of having Pattern Keeper and all of that, but I can't count. What am I doing? This is... I miscounted this row. I'm doing the same row I did last row. Oh. That's what happens when you talk. At least this isn't frogging 1,000 stitches. I've stitched and frogged over 1,000 stitches on that one. Twice I had to frog everything out. Oh, it is so frustrating. Come on, be nice. Come on, you can do it. I hate when you're frogging and the threads want to split. You'd think after all the frogging, let's see, will it do it this way? Don't know. There we go. Ha! I win. Not the best way to go about frogging, but when it's challenging you, you just go for that. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. You'd think by now, after all the frogging I've done this week, I'd be an absolute expert. No. And frogging 1/1 on 28 count is not easy, as anybody who's ever attempted it knows. There we go. Now I'm back on track. So yeah, if any of you are having a super easy time stitching, it's because the frog's with me. So I was wanting to do that pattern, you know, cross country, color by color. I'm not doing that anymore. I have given up on cross country on that pattern, and I'm just going little section by little section. I'm doing it page by page, really. But the pages are nothing like a Haid page. They're just, you know, a page. Some of them have like 700 stitches on them. And so I'm doing it page by page, really. And just making it easy on myself, so I don't have to frog everything again. Because if I have to frog everything again, I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I can do it. My musical chorus of snores. Isn't it lovely? I don't know if you can hear it, but it drives me up the wall. Especially Dusty, the one who's snoring right now. Because he moans, snores. He's like... Drives me absolutely batty. I hate the sound of snoring. I always said if I was married to somebody who snored, we'd have to have separate bedrooms. Fortunately, I did not marry somebody who snores. Except when he's sick. But, you know, that's not a big deal. When he's sick, I just go sleep on the couch. Because otherwise, I don't sleep. And the last thing he needs when he's sick, is to deal with my crabby butt. Because I didn't sleep. Because he was snoring. But that all stems probably from my mom. She to this day will say she doesn't snore. But she's wrong. She snored so loud, I could be in my room downstairs behind 2 closed doors, and her snoring would be so loud it would wake me up. And I think that's where my misophonia started. Like I get irrationally angry when people are chewing loudly around me. So I will only eat with people if it's in a loud room or there's noise going on in the background. So when we have dinner in our house, the TV's on. So I don't have to hear my husband or my kid chew. And I feel bad, but I can't help the way it just... I'm assuming it's, to me, what the word MOIST is to other people. I know some people can't tolerate that word at all. I don't get it. I mean, I just don't. But I'm sure there are plenty of people who don't get that. Sitting there listening to somebody chew makes me want to punch them. And I'm not violent. But it does make me want to punch them. Woohoo! That's what I like about this diagonal method I do, where I just take a thread and work it down, is you still can make good progress pretty fast. Come on. There's a little knot on the back. There we go. Here. Trying to think of everything that's gone on the last few days. And things I wanted to talk about. I'm going back to work end of February. Yay, and talk about my coworkers. Talked about how people can be mean and how some people can't handle it, and that's okay. Talk about my dog snoring. My art light, wanting to organize everything. Can't find one of my cross stitches, which is pretty irritating. It'll turn up. It will turn up. That's one area where I'm pretty chill about. If I can't find something, I know it will turn up eventually when I'm not looking for it. And if I go nuts looking for it, I won't find it and I'll just get angry. So I'm casually looking for it. Like I'll look here, I'll look there, I'll keep my eyes out for it. It'll turn up. There's only so many places it can be. And I know it's in the house. Because I know I brought all my cross stitch home when I went on winter break. I didn't want to leave anything in case I wanted to stitch on it. So I know it's not there. It's probably shoved somewhere. Because I don't remember. found the pattern, I found the floss, because that one I had the floss pulled separate. Just can't find the fabric or the hoop for it. So they're together. I find one, I find the other. Because it's my little mini spring tension hoop. It's like 3 inches across, but the fabric's only 8, so I can't fit it on a Q-snap. And I've had that little tension hoop for, years. Probably since I was 16-ish. So back in the 90s. And I'll find it. Because it's gotta be around. And you know what? My kid could have taken it to his room by mistake too. I need to look in there. And then I need to start organizing everything. Because I'd like to have everything organized before I go back to work. That way it's easier to maintain. And all of that jazz. All that jazz. Sorry, Chicago flashback, but I can't sing. Alright, so it looks like my battery's gonna die in a few minutes. So we're just gonna finish out this little diagonal in just this color and call it good. And I just want to thank you for watching. I want to thank you for the love. If you're new here, stick around. I'm a little bit zany. We're going to be stitching this one together till it's done. So my channel has hit 120 some odd subscribers, so there will be a giveaway. Haven't decided what exactly. I was thinking maybe doing a giveaway for this chart on D from Haid. And my Instagram account has 500 followers as of today. So I will be thinking of a giveaway for that. So there will be 2 giveaways. They will both be announced on Friday. I will run them for a week, and then we will announce it the following Friday who the winners are. But let me know if you think this chart would be a great one. Because I don't want to give away something you all don't want. But this is a gorgeous chart. I'll put a picture up. I need to make sure I get that in the beginning so you all can see it. But yeah, so that will all be coming up soon on Friday. And then we will have the drawing a week later for both the channel and my Instagram. And then the following Monday, the first Creepy Stitchy will be going up. So if you don't know what Creepy Stitchy is, it is an idea I had because I'm really super into paranormal and true crime stories. So what I'm going to be doing is stitching and telling you about something. Some sort of either true crime. I might just do a true crime series and a paranormal series, because not everybody who's into paranormal is into true crime, and not everybody who's into true crime is into paranormal. So I might have Creepy Stitchy and Crimey Stitchy, or Crime and Stitch, Stitch and Crime. I don't know. I have to think that through. But that is the end of this diagonal in this color. So I will see you again for working on Andi next week. Try not to do these videos super long because I know it's hard to watch. We all have a lot of things to do with We're all busy. That's what I'm trying to say, is we're all busy people here. So until next time, this is just something I heard another channel say. They were being ridiculous and made me laugh. Be good, stay nice, don't play with Ouija boards. But it was funny. So I'm saying it this time. Next time I'll say something different. I don't have a tagline. I'm not that kind of person that comes up with those. But you all have a great night or day. And I will see you soon. Bye!